We are back with the 2008 YFZ450. If you watched the previous video, this thing was kind of a handful, just a little bit. I mean, pretty much just carburetor issues. Um, the dude was saying that it ran. He sent me a video of it. It was like the night before I picked it up, and the video was of it running, but I'm not sure how they got it running because the carburetor jets were all screwed up. Like they were stripped out, like them trying to take it out and not using the right size screwdriver. The main jet was completely out of the hole and completely broke, so I'm not sure how they even got it running. The accelerator pump diaphragm was completely toast. The rubber on it was like just completely gone, and I could not get this thing running because I didn't have the jets. So I ordered the jets. We have the jets. What else I order up? The rollers for the chain, the upper and lower, were completely missing. No rubber there, and it's only pretty much the bearing. So we also ordered up a rear brake light. We have to bend this forward, and I gotta find the plug for that light, which I don't see it from the rear side. Oh, right here. So there's the plug. Just fish it through there. Hope I can get it long enough to fit to the back. Didn't order up an air filter because I was thinking that I had one, and I still don't even know if it'll fit it. But I do have another YFZ450 that I can probably jack the air filter off of, just for the sake of the video, and I'll order up another one. But I think it's a K&N style, the way that the airbox is. He put like a plate there to where it'll fit. I don't think it'll fit like the cage with the foam filter. I think it's just a K&N style. So ended up ordering that. I think that was really mainly it. Mainly just carburetor issues. And then also the oil was completely like black. So I don't have the oil, but I ordered filters. It just came to me that I haven't bought the oil for it yet, but I do need to do that. But yeah, everything's super loose. I do have a bolt kit. Hopefully I have enough bolts to fit into the plastics here. So I guess first thing I want to do is try to get that carburetor in there and see if we can get it going. I'm pretty confident that we could. It's pretty much stock setup, closed airbox, stock exhaust. So it should be around like a 155, 160 main, 45 pilot. And I think the leak jet was also missing out of there too. And that's like a 40. So first thing I want to do is just get that carburetor rolling. See if we can get those jets in. See if we can get it started. Here's the carburetor. We pretty much got it all cleaned up in the previous video. So there's a bunch of gunk coming out of the fuel bowl. So that was the gasket for the bowl there. So I ordered up a new gasket kit for the jets and everything. It's like a rebuild kit. It came with gaskets and everything, but I actually had to use the bowl gasket on another quad because it was leaking pretty bad. So we'll see if I can get this other one going. Here's the bowl for that. Don't remember if, because this diaphragm in here was pretty bad. I don't remember if this diaphragm was bad. I don't think it was. I might have an extra. Diaphragm for the accelerator pump. Yes, this one's good. So I might just end up using this bowl and saving my other diaphragm that's tight. This one also has the leak jet there as well. So, like I was saying, this leak jet here was completely stripped, and I had to get extractors, like a screw extractor, and extract it out. But we did get it out. I do have the extra one that came in the kit. So I might just change out the bowl completely. Yeah. I can't forget about the again fuel screw. So it's a stock bike. They usually run about 2.5 to 2 screws out on the fuel screw. So yeah, see, this leak jet's completely out, and I had to clean out this whole area too because the gasket was completely like powder. It was non-existent. Yeah. Okay, so this one had the O-ring, so we're good there. Washer and then O-ring on top. So here's the bowls. I think I'm just gonna use this one. This is the gasket I was talking about. Hopefully this one holds. This is from a different carburetor that I had to use for another quad, and we'll see if it holds. If not, then I guess I have to order up a new gasket. So at least we can get in the quad. I mean, it will be leaking gas. Hopefully not bad. Hopefully just seeping, and we can get it running at least. So listen, has no jets at all because all the jets are pretty much stripped out. This gasket kit from eBay pretty much has the stock jetting. It did come with the 155 main, but I had to use that main for a different quad as well. So it pretty much came with everything. So let's just pour this out here. So I'm just gonna put aside what I'm not gonna use. Don't need this. My buddy actually gave me a 160 main, so hopefully that works. That's for a different carburetor. I believe this is that leak jet that goes into here, but we're just gonna use that bowl that already has one. Here is the Pilot 45. We are gonna use this. I do need new screws because these ones that came with it were too long and was not sealing the bowl right. So new screws. The kit that I got for the accelerator pump, but like I said, I don't need that. So we're gonna rock and roll. We'll see if this works. So first we're gonna put in, let's just see if this gets stuck or not. Oh, what's that? Okay, needle's not getting stuck. And looks like we're on the right adjustment. for the float bowl. You just kind of want this line even with the bowl there. You want it straight horizontal parallel. So that's solid. We're gonna run the main through here. Pilot. Then the small jet right in there. Okay. Just screw down the pilot. Don't over tighten it. Okay. Hopefully this works. I'm just hoping that this slick doesn't leak. It's really my main concern. Put the new screws in. Fuel screw. Gonna go in and seat it all the way. Right there. Half, 1, 1.5, 2. 2.5. We'll go 2.5. It is a 160 main with stock setup. So if we have to screw it in just a little bit, we will. Okay. Oh yeah, and the choke, got a trick with this. So this is pretty much rubber here. So once you tighten this up, okay. So that's working now. Solid. This should be ready to be put back into the quad. Let's see if it's gonna work. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that boot was missing a clamp. See if I can find a clamp. All right, found a hose clamp laying around. Let's see if we can get it around there. Oh man, it's a little big. I mean, it should still work though. It's a little bit big. Let's see if we can get it in there. I don't know. This was through here. So is this one. Just to hold it out of the way. There's another one. DJ Khaled. Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Bingo. Oh, that's pretty decent. Decent enough. Gotta put in the battery. I charged that up. And we should be good to go on the battery. So will it start? I don't know. Are we low on gas? I might be low on gas. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Let me turn the idle up a little bit. Try the choke on, see what that does. Oh, the cable just fell out. Just charge the battery? What's going on here? Carburetor's leaking bad. So carburetor started leaking. It's not smoking. There is a pretty good oil leak on one of the oil lines on the bottom there. As you can see it running down here. It's coming from this oil line right here. I believe there's like a crush washer behind there. So when I do the oil change, I'll change those out. But you can see the neutral light's not even hooked up, but it's still illuminating the neutral light. So it is leaking pretty good at the overflow. So I'm gonna take that bowl back off and see if it's dirty or anything, or see if it's getting stuck. It wasn't leaking at first, so I think it's just getting stuck maybe. And then we might go out a little bit on the fuel screw. I took the carburetor off completely. And then now, I kind of just cleaned up the needle and the float height a little bit. But it doesn't leak any gas anymore. See the pecos on reserve. Kind of adjusted the fuel screw a little bit more. So we're out about 3 turns. So it runs pretty good right now. Turn it on. Turns on pretty instantly. So I don't want to run it too long because I want to say the oil is probably a little low on the engine here, just because it's leaking down there. And yeah, I think I'm good right here with the carburetor adjustment. So that ended up working. So now we can carry on. I don't know if this battery needs charged up again, or the ground's not the best, but it kind of hesitates sometimes to start it. Might be a bad ground somewhere, maybe. I don't know. It's all super tight though, so far that's the only leak down there. So I don't know if I have any copper washers, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be leaking. So I guess now we can carry on. I'm probably going to fasten up the rest of this carburetor, put this cover on here, tighten up the throttle, which is good. Just want to make sure it's not kinked or anything. Let's turn it on, make sure it wasn't on. Pulling it. Yeah, so it runs pretty solid. So yeah, it starts up really good, pretty instantly. See if I can find a bolt for this so I can pop this back in there. Where's it go? Right there. Yeah, it goes about right there. There's still fluid in there. I mean, all the brakes work too, so I'm not worried about that. See if I can get the plastics on. See if I can find extra bolts for this airbox, as well as the gas tank. So let it cool down for now, and then we'll see how good it starts up when it's cold. So I guess what I can do next is get this bent back as a bar so we can get the light on. Hopefully, like I said, that wiring goes all the way back to the connector there. So let's see what happens. It does seem pretty short, but yeah, it might be a little short. See if I can pull some slack through. Came a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, we got clearance now. I do want to see if it works. So let's go ahead and turn it on. work when you hit the brakes, but it doesn't stay on when the lights are on. So actually one of the wires got pulled out of the connector here, and it was a blue wire. So let's see if it works now. Yeah, so it does work now. So I guess one of the wires just got pulled out, and we're ready to rock and roll. I'm going to put it back in. But I have to take this back out. Brake light is on. So you can see it there. Should turn on with the headlights. There you go. Brake light. So it's just that wire pulled out of the wire harness of the plug. So that actually was pretty good right there. All right, so I got all the plastics together, minus the seat. Looks really good. Ended up having enough bolts to put it all back together. So I guess one of the last things to do to stop to do the oil change is I gotta do the rollers, the upper and lower rollers. There's just no rubber on there, and the bearings are just toast. They're kind of stiff. The lower one, they're all rusted up. That's why the chain's so loose. I think it's just a little loose to begin with, but chain looks good. It's just super loose. So it's hard to see in there with the camera, but I'll reach in there. Probably do the upper one first because it's so close. So here's the new roller, new bolts, washers on both sides, and then the nut. Super simple. Now I've got extra bolts and nuts, but this is the old one. That's all that was left. So this is all that was left. This is what we need. So pretty much the same thing on the upper and lower. So one of the things I did not catch was this doesn't have the piece for the seat in order for it to slide through, mount it better. So I just took this one off my other quad. That doesn't run at the moment. So I'm gonna have to be buying parts for the other quad when I get to it. But there we go. Looks way better. Before it was like popped up right here. But that's that. And then with the chain, I got the rollers on. And they're all brand new, but I'm missing one of the slide right here for the swing arm went past my head, and I did not know that I did not know and I didn't realize that it was completely missing. So I do need that so it doesn't rub against the swing arm. So it's just like the chain slide guide for the swing arm there. And if I run it like this, it's just gonna rub on the swing arm right there where it hits the metal. And the chain's still super loose. So what we can do with the chain is loosen up these Allens and make it tighter here. So my phone battery's about to die, but I'll see if I can get it loose and show y'all.
They're being super tight and loose. So I'll take it. Alright, so
that's loose. We can stick this through here and push it back. It's a little tighter. It's almost good. Yeah, it's good right there. It's really good. Not super tight or loose. Need that chain slide. So yeah, this one's pretty much all ready to go. I do gotta wash it though. My phone is really about to die, so I need to get the oil. I need to do the chain slide. I need to order that. Then I need to get that seal for the oil line. And this one should be good. So I got the quad all washed up. It's not really a deep clean. I just wanted to power wash it. Get the loose stuff off of it. I still want to scrub it when I do really clean it and take pictures of it and stuff like that. But this one's pretty much all done. So we ended up doing the, carburetor rebuild kit with all new jets. We did the chain rollers. What else? We did the rear brake light. And pretty much that's really it. I gotta order up a few more things. I did not know that it was leaking out that oil line on the bottom there. So I do have to order up those O-ring. It's like an O-ring that goes into the fitting of the oil line, and then also the O-ring for the coolant neck down there is leaking too. So don't have those. I will order up just OEM Yamaha O-rings. I want to get the right size, so I only have to do it once. So this one's complete. I charged up the battery. Also got to do is order up a air filter too. So this one's pretty much almost complete, but we did get it running and going. So looks pretty good when it's cleaned up. Looks quite nice. So thanks for watching this one. I will end up doing the O-rings and stuff for this when I got that in stock. I'll put it in a different video, but this one is all done.